Hey everyone, so today I am going to bring you something a little bit different. It's not directly motorcycle related, but kind of tangentially, and I'll explain that in a minute. And what we're going to be talking about is this product here. This is the Commounds Inflatable Mattress. And I have to be honest that when they first contacted me about doing a review on this product, I was like, I don't know how that's going to fit into my motorcycling channel. But I was talking to my wife about it, and she said, well, get it because we could use a new air mattress for our guests when they come to visit. Like, okay, but how is it going to work for me on a motorcycle channel? And then I got to thinking, well, you know, I have been talking about changing up the way that I travel. I just got back from my 51-day trip where I left my doorstep here in Massachusetts, rode up to Alaska and back home again. But I've been thinking that maybe it's time to try a little bit different mode of travel. And that is, maybe I should trailer my bikes out to a location, right, and then stay in that location for a week or so and then really explore the area. Because up to this point, I've ridden a lot of great roads, but pretty much it's been, traveling through the area. So I think I should learn a lot more about the area, find even more great roads if I would stop and stay in that area for a while. Now, the mattress that Commounds sent me to test is a full-size mattress. So probably isn't big enough for both my wife and I to sleep on it, but it's definitely big enough for one of us to be very comfortable while we're out there camping. And you guys know I'm not going to pretend that I do a lot of camping, right? I don't like to do it when I'm traveling, for 50 or 60 days out there. Right? It's just too much to set up camp and tear it down all that many times. But if I can go to an area, set up my camp, and stay there for a while, well, then I like to camp that way. So that's where this mattress would come in. Now, the one thing that I really think is pretty cool about this is it has this little removable pump that's in it. You charge this pump up, and then you can take it out and actually use it to pump up all kinds of things. They have some attachments that come with it that'll let you pump up, pool toys or, your pillows, the things like that. So it's pretty cool. So, and then you also can just slip it back into the mattress right here and turn it on, and it will pump it up for you. So I've already been through one inflation and one deflation cycle on this pump. I set it up inside the house, and I spent a night on the mattress to make sure that it was going to be comfortable. And I have to say, I was quite comfortable while I was sleeping on it. So that's a big thumbs up for me. So now what we're going to do is pump this thing up again, and I want to see, well, how long it takes and can it go through two inflation and deflation cycles. So here we go. We're going to start the pump and inflate the mattress. So let me give you one little trick about this before we continue talking about it. And I found that this little door here that covers the pump, it doesn't like to stay shut. So what you have to do is kind of hold this, and then it will click. So if Commounds is watching this, which I know they will, well, that's one thing I have to give you feedback on. Now, pumping this up, both times I've done it so far, it took about 5 minutes. And honestly, I said this is a full-size bed, but I don't know whether they consider this a full or a queen. Right? It's kind of an in-between size. It's about 57 inches wide, which is just shy of a queen. A queen should be 60 inches. And then it's 75 inches long, which, again, typically a queen is 80. So to me, this is somewhere in between a full and a queen. And like I said, if it's two smaller people sleeping on this, you probably wouldn't have any problem, but two bigger people like my wife and I, well, we're gonna kind of bump into each other a little bit. So I'm not sure that we could both sleep on it or not. You'll notice that this mattress, the top of it has this kind of suede kind of material on the top of it. And so that makes it a little more nice to lay on rather than, you know, going straight on, you know, a vinyl or rubber, you know, that you're going to be laying on the bottom. Now, it also has non-skid grippers on the bottom of the mattress to keep it from sliding around too much. But again, a mattress this size probably won't slide around too much anyway. So as I mentioned, I have spent the night on this mattress inside my house, and I found it to be, well, very comfortable. What I did was I didn't try to put sheets or anything on this. I just brought my sleeping bag out and laid straight on the mattress in the sleeping bag, which is probably what I would do if I was taking it camping. So it worked really well. Like I said, I slept really well through the night. I have to say, just as good as I do in my normal bed. So overall, so far, I find this to be a very nice mattress. It blows up easy. We'll deflate it here in a minute, and I'll show you how long that takes. Again, about 5 minutes from what I did before. But it's comfortable. One thing I do notice is that little top. It's going to get dirty on you just from me walking around out here. I stepped on it a couple times. It gets dirty, so you can expect that for sure. But other than that, it doesn't really make a lot of noise when you roll around on it, which is nice. So again, I think this is a pretty nice mattress. Now, I do not know, however, how much this thing is going to cost or when it's going to be available. Because when they reached out to me from Commounds, they told me that they're just now going to be bringing this to the market, and they wanted me, and I assume many other reviewers, to test it out and give them feedback on it. So I definitely will do that. Again, the only negative that I've seen so far is how that door latches. It's a little finicky, which is kind of a minor thing. So overall, well, I think they've done a good job with this, and if I'm going to be using it for the kind of things that I'm talking about, again, going out, setting up camp, staying in an area for a while, I think this would be a good addition. Because if I do that, again, I'll have the truck, and I can bring big things like this. To deflate this thing, what you do is you're going to pull these stoppers out, and then you can open this up and hit the deflate button over here, which is the one on the far left. And then you just wait for it to go down. So a quick follow-up before we go. I think the battery in that pump pretty much has had it. So it got through 2 inflation, 2 deflation cycles, and then I think it needs to be recharged now. So yeah, that's probably not too bad.